You are Aflatoun.
I am Aflatoun.
We are all Aflatoun.
At the heart of our mission is financial literacy. We believe that every child, regardless of their background or circumstances, deserves to understand the principles of money management. Financial education is not just about saving and spending wisely. It's about providing young minds with the tools to dream big, plan wisely, and to take control of their destinies. We believe there is a need to empower young girls and boys to successfully transition from childhood to adulthood and from school to work life through social and financial education.
Aflatoun's impact is felt across the globe. We have reached millions of children and youth in diverse communities, from urban centers to remote rural areas. Our programs have transformed the lives of young individuals, providing them with essential life skills and financial knowledge that is going to serve them well throughout their lives.
ChildFund International, the Gambia, have been in partnership with Aflatoun for close to 2 decades now. We did a lot of engagement with the Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education to ensure that child financial literacy is improved in this country. Some years ago, we did a pilot study in selected schools in the West Coast region to try to see how children's performance really improved as they get engaged into the Aflatoun way of learning, meaning child-centered learning at schools. Now, we realized that the outcome of this pilot was great because children who had the opportunity to participate really outperformed their peers in the NAT and also in other work-related exams.
As part of the curriculum, we have integrated Aflatoun into the new reform curriculum for basic and secondary education. We find this very useful because Aflatoun will develop the necessary skills and competencies of children on financial management, how to save their resources, including the environment. And I think these are important competencies and skills that we promote through the competency-based curriculum.
It is integrated in such a way that for English, we have it treated in poems. We also have it treated in our stories that we teach the kids. Since there is a social aspect, we teach the children this area of greeting, that is morals. We give them morals at that early, tender age. Children are taught how to get used to greeting their peers as well as elders.
We have topics and areas that deal with Aflatoun about planning and budgeting. We also have responsibilities and rights. Usually we talk about rights and forget about responsibilities. We also talk about personal hygiene. You also have to know who you are before you'll be able to take care of yourself. So all these areas are dealt with in home science.
Basically, these Aflatoun activity, honestly, they are very, very effective. If we come to the impacts they are doing into the lessons teachers are taking daily. Because we notice that teachers that are involved in these Aflatoun activities, in fact, they're using the core elements and also the methodologies that the Aflatouns also prescribe for them. Honestly, are creating a lot of impact. Because we have noticed that now teachers are using more of child-centered methods than teacher-centered methods. And as a result, it facilitates better understanding for the students.
The impact it has in our school is, first I will talk about the teacher change habit of beating to a cordial relationship with the students. Then there is a cordial relationship, but not that much compared to after the training. Before, teachers are having issues with students, but now there is a cordial relationship between the students and the teachers. And the second point is about the students. The students are now over ambitious towards their learning. No more hatred to the teachers that are telling them or calling them now names like they have no aim for education. We used to say that, we used to discuss, oh, these students, they have no aim for education. But let's just try our best. But now compared to now, these students are over-ambitious towards learning. That one is due to the Aflatoun intervention.
As part of the activities that we used to implement at MOPSI with the schools, we train teachers on these Aflatoun core elements, which in turn, these teachers go back to their schools and establish Aflatoun clubs and train students on these Aflatoun 5 core elements. And as part of the activities also, we support schools with enterprises. With the help of UNICEF, they provide us with some materials in terms of gardening, poultry, soap making, and even some stationary bookstops that we take to schools that we give these clubs to support them in their implementation of these Aflatoun programs in their various schools. And the Aflatoun core elements are also being integrated into the agricultural science subject, grade 7 to 9.
That the Aflatoun club is very good for us, because when we do it, when you bring $20, if you eat $10, this $10 you pay it in the Aflatoun club. Because if you eat the $20, if you want to pass another grade, your mother, if they don't have money for you, and your money is here, you just come and take your money, you go and buy your uniform. If you can have their bags and books, you buy it.
The motivation and the inspiration that brought us to join and collaborate with the Aflatoun Club is that it helps to teach us the morals of our life, tradition, and make us also understand our personal rights, and also help us to go through the right ways with our fellow human beings, and make us to love, care, and understand one another, and give us the moral support for us to go through during childhood, adult, for our future purposes.
It is a bag that is made of this rice bag, out of rice bag, and it is made by hand. It is made by the students of Sunday. It is some of this is made just like a bag that is old and is supposed to be thrown, but we will take it and then recycle it, take some part of it that is intact, that is not yet spoiled, and then fix this bag. It is made out of bag of rice.
We planted some onions, and as you can see, these are the harvests that we are holding, some of the harvests that we are holding. And we also have some cassavas that we planted. Basically, the garden is helping us a lot because children are learning to be responsible, and then everyone is trying to be able to learn how to save.
The kids were able to learn saving and spending. We were able to save money, and then so that we could purchase other things, and we could able to, budget some of those things, the little cars that we had, for us to do the purchasing. So they could also learn social and financial enterprise, because the vegetable garden is a financial enterprise. The poultry house, the poultry birds that we were selling, financial enterprise. But notwithstanding, we also embarked on a social enterprise in the form of cleaning exercise. We went into the hospital, we cleaned the place, sparkling clean.
I was having a fish pond, but I was not making a big use of it. But after the training, I stepped down, I expand my garden, and I have a special members, and I engage somebody, because I cannot do all. I engage somebody also to come closer to me. I train that teacher. That teacher is also training the children, and we are also using those children also to embark on tree planting, because the environment here, if you look at the environment, we don't have seed. So we use the same children. Each and every member of Aflatoun Club have a tree in the school here. And those trees, it's your responsibility now to water that tree.
If you look at the 5 core elements of Aflatoun, they are all very, very educative and very, very useful, because it will help the child, like if you say exploration for the first part of it, where you will see children, they will be able to find out things on their own. There also you have another one called the child's right. Child's right, there we always make it to children to understand that right goes with a what? A responsibility. When you go for planning also, we help children to be able to plan, because everything, as English will tell you, if you fail to plan, you are planning to fail. So children will also have to plan, even when it comes to their exams, their timetables, everything. You can inculcate it for the children to be able to plan, so that they will be able to achieve whatever they want to do. That's what we call planning and budgeting. Enterprise, social and financial enterprise, very important there also, because in the 4 corners of the class, not every child can perform in the class. Not every child can perform academically in the class. So if they have social and financial enterprise knowledge, entrepreneurship in their heads, when they finish the grade 9 or grade 12, they can even get their own jobs.
The good thing about this journey is that even at the time when we were starting, we decided to have the Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education with us, because this is where we are heading to. We wanted to test something outside the curriculum, see how it is working, and look at the possibilities of incorporating it into our national curriculum. And today, that is what we are celebrating, because after implementing the curriculum outside our national curriculum, engaging the teachers, engaging the schools and students, we realized that when the pilot was evaluated, we realized that schools that are using the Aflatoun curriculum as an extracurricular activity have their students performing very well in school.
Given that education is the business of everybody, partnership and collaboration are important, as clearly manifested here. Having Aflatoun International, UNICEF, ChildFund, the Office of the Governor, coordinators, directors is a clear manifestation of the fact that we have a common goal of promoting and providing quality education for our children through the concept of Aflatoun.
We really worked with the Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education with our existing and strong partnership to see how we revise the curriculum. With the leadership under the foresight at the ministry to ensure that quality education is delivered to the children, we are able to revise the curriculum. And continuing on our partnership and anchoring under the trust that ChildFund has with the Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education, we are again partnering with Aflatoun to see how we really test the application of these revised curriculums. Because it cannot be rolled out 100%, we really have to see how applicable they are. Where possible, we are able to do some adjustments and amendments.
As regional authorities, this is very important that we have an occasion of this nature launched in this region. And I couldn't be much prouder than Aflatoun coming up with such a fantastic program, adding to what we've already got. But the beauty about it all is we must realize and recognize the importance of education. It is a tool that can reduce poverty. It is a tool that can improve knowledge. It is the tool that we can use to increase our confidence and our way of life. And the government of the Gambia, through His Excellency the President, has recognized this. In fact, I always say 3 ministries are very dear to him. That is the Ministry of Education, the Ministry of Health, and the Ministry of Agriculture. And there are definite reasons for this. So talking about education here, bringing in or trying to improve the education sector through developing a curriculum is something that we definitely appreciate.
We hope that this integration in the curriculum will help change the dynamics in schools, but will also help change the attitudes and the behaviors of the learners when they go through this curriculum. So that we are now beginning to develop people who are competent in their various fields of study, but also have developed the necessary skills and attitudes and moral values. And I hope the pilot that we have started together, we are beginning to see some of these changes in schools, the way they organize themselves, the way they appreciate their environment, and the way they take care of the resources around them. And I hope that the children who also have gone through this pilot are beginning to pick those small skills and competencies and appreciation that this is what we need as a country.